Hello, my name is Miriam Lancewood and I am looking for the bravest, strongest and wildest women on this planet for the purpose of an epic female expedition. We are going what I call the real world, where everything is so clean and so pure that you yourself become like purified from the inside out. There is a vitality, an energy, confidence inherent in nature and therefore I believe inherent in us. In the summer of 2019, I went on an epic female expedition. Tamar and I, we survived for more than 2.5 months in the alpine wilderness of New Zealand. We just took a rod, a rifle, some snares, traps and a little bit of rice and flour. And with that we climbed many high mountains without following any sort of trail or path. We crossed many glacial rivers. That was very dangerous because you couldn't see the bottom, and you think it's sort of flat on the bottom, and suddenly you find yourself in a hole. So that's icy water, so it was very cold. We ate what we could hunt and gather, and we were forced to sort of eat anything. Like when we got a deer, we ate also the brain and the eyes and the lungs, as well as the heart, liver and kidneys and all those sort of things, just to get all the nutrients. Because about 70% of our diet was meat, 20% was edible plants, and about 10% our rice and flour that we carry with us. The edible plants were mainly snowberries and berries, and sometimes we found herbs as well. One day we didn't see any animals to hunt, but we did see a lot of cricket and grasshoppers. And so we make patties out of them, and they were actually really tasty, and we read they were quite nutritious as well. The terrain was really challenging because we're all the time underneath the glaciers. And as I said, the rivers were icy cold. It was midsummer, but even so we often had very cold weather. And the terrain, sometimes we found ourselves in crevasses and ravines, and of course we didn't know exactly where we're going, walking with the maps and compass, but not everything is on a map. And suddenly we're faced with waterfalls and that. Sometimes we had to climb up waterfalls, and it was so slippery that at one stage I took off my boots and went bare feet. Luckily we both experienced with rock climbing and that. And we survived it all, obviously, but it was an amazing challenge. It was such an adventure. It's the 14th of January and we just survived crossing the Rakaya.
This is wild. It was super cold, straight from the glacier. This is the roughest terrain we've been through so far. Incredible.
This is absolutely amazing. This is finally the place we found to cross. It feels like it's -5 degrees. It's very, very cold. We are surrounded by clouds, glacial mountains, and we thought the river would get a little bit lower and a little bit less, but no, not at all, because we found a lake on the top of the Rakaya. It's been absolutely amazing, and lucky we survived. We are alive.
Almost dead, very alive. It's awesome! Woo!
This is the rock bed on top of the Hopkins Valley. These are our surroundings. This is the main divide between west and east coast. These are the main ranges of the Southern Alps. You see the waterfalls coming down. Hi, we are in the Hopkins and we found a cave. We found a biv and we fit in it exactly with our 2 sleeping bags. Here, look. It's absolutely amazing.
We're at the head of the Hopkins Valley, all the way up to the glaciers all around us, right next to the main divide. We've never been this close to the west coast, just over the mountains there.
We're looking outside this little window and you can see snow, glaciers and ice, and over the top is the west coast. This is on the main divide.
We're gonna sleep nice and cozy under a big huge rock.
We're hoping there's not going to be an earthquake.
It's like a bit of a sleepover party, like a child's dream. We're happy like toddlers.
Yeah, we got everything nice and cozy and dry, and we're waiting now for the evening. We're going hunting soon. Hopefully we see a hare or something. Yes, we had so much fun in that little rock biv, but we didn't see any animals to hunt that night, nor did we see any animals the next day. So an interesting thing happened. We ended up in a vicious circle because the less successful we were with hunting, the less meat we had to eat, the less energy we had, the less we wanted to go out hunting. And instead we just ate snowberries, which filled up our stomach, but didn't give us the energy to go out hunting again. And so slowly we were sort of starving ourselves without really noticing it. Because of course every day we thought, well, maybe we will see something luckily and should we have something. In the end, coincidentally, we met 2 hunters who just shot a stag and they gave us a leg of meat. And we suddenly had plenty to eat, too much to eat actually. Hi, we're in Huxley here. Just a few days ago we were getting really very hungry and getting very lethargic and that. And then 3 days ago we quite literally run into this venison, and now we've been cooking venison over the fire, so we're very smelly and very stinky, and we're smelling a stag. And so we're having a wash here. I just washed my hair, washing my all of our clothes, and really nice and fresh now, and we're getting really fattened up by the stag. Hey, it's the 13th of February. We're on top of Venus Pass. Behind me you can see the Huxley. It has been an incredible journey to get up here. I nearly fell down in when I wanted to cross a landslide. Had to put my fingers in like that, like pins, to stop myself sliding down. And Tammy sitting there exhausted, didn't have a very good day at all, been very nauseous and sick all day, so it's been a bit of a tough walk up here. I just come back from the expedition and I'm feeling very fit and healthy, because we climbed over about 8 mountain ranges without a trek, and so it was physically very demanding. But what was most astonishing is that that alpine environment is so hostile, and you wonder what can live out there, yet so many animals live out there. It's a home, and we lived out there, we survived there. And it was amazing to be completely and utterly responsible for your own life, for your own survival. One wrong choice and we would die. And it gives a feeling of accomplishment to have done this, to have completed this. But what's most amazing is the intensity. There is a different intensity in those high mountains, in the snow and ice. I guess it's because of the vast space, or the silence, or the unhumanness. I don't know. But you feel quite different, and you discover a different side of yourself. And so yes, it's very extreme what we've done, but also you discover a lot about yourself. And it's a big world out there, And if you venture into this world and into the unknown, to look for this danger at times, to look for the insecurity, and therefore be completely responsible for your own life, it also gives a feeling of excitement. It rejuvenates. It makes you feel alive in a way. And that's why such journeys and this way of life is so important for me.